I'm back. Lost by me every day. Beauty is her name. I hope that I can make you high from another that steals your heart. What's up, y'all? Walks by me every day. Hurling up all the same. I love Drew Hill. And beauty is her name. All right, so I am back with a late night read as promised. Hope you guys are having a great night, great day, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us tonight, where I'm currently am. Let's get into this read. So, first off, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Two more times. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop at my store, all that information is in the description box below. All right, before I begin, Christopher or Vanessa, could I could I ask for you guys to be a mod before I begin with you guys? Christopher Mitchell and Vanessa Reiser, would you like to be a mod? Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and add you a mod, Vanessa. You're gonna see a little like a little wrench besides your name, okay? Anybody that's like acting crazy, acting belligerent at any point in time, just block them. No second chances. They act crazy, just get them out of here, okay? So I'm gonna add you as a mod. Perfect. So, all right. Okay, Christopher. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, let's get into it. So the channel message here is one another within the group, okay? So I'm gonna repeat the channel message. So the toxic group that was coming up against you, now they're going up against each other. And one of them recorded another person within the group. And the reason why one of them recorded another person within the group here is because they wanted to use it for evidence just in case something goes awry here. I said in meditation earlier, and I mentioned I was going to tap into like, to see where the case was at, but my spirit say no, I need to leave that alone for the moment. So I redirected channels, and this is the channel that I was able to kind of tap into today, and this was very hidden, and it hit it very well, but not too well. But anywho, someone is trying to get out of the group because they don't want to be in the situation anymore. They're realizing just how harsh or how basically how deep trouble that they're in, and they don't want to be in that trouble. So they're really trying to figure out a way to like build some kind of like a secret something, like a back door, so that way if something do go awry, they'll be able to get out of this. They're not going to get out of this. They're not. I'm telling you, they're not. Despite what they do, despite them trying to blackmail another person within the group, despite them trying to record another person within the group, it's not. I promise you, man. And it's so funny because the way I was in my meditative state, they was just like really panicky and really frightening, or just more scary in regards to like trying to get out of the situation here, and it's not working out in the way they wanted to work. So this person, this masculine here, has a grand idea or a great idea by trying to record the other individuals within the toxic group here to kind of push the blame onto them in regards to what they have done towards you here. Okay. Hold on. I heard to use my Kipper first. All right. Talk to me, Spirit. Someone's name is Danine or Danny. So look, family room. I like to look at family room as secrets, because that's mainly where the secrets are held. It's held within the family room or the environments of the family. See, there's T here as well too. Yeah, this was hidden within the family room here. Someone recorded another person within the group dynamic because they're trying to get them caught up and not themselves. See, look, expectation. Yep. So wow, this is crazy. Okay. They got them on recording in regards to what the plans were, in regards to what they were trying to do to you here. Yes, they got a recording of it. So another person within the group recorded another person within the group. Let me rephrase that. One person recorded another person within the group, and they recorded basically like what they would have done towards you. It's on tape. Wow, okay. Oh, wow. Look, despair. Wow. Oh, my goodness. We have despair, messenger of concern. Wow, okay. Someone's name is Daphne. Someone's name is Darren or Daron. Darron or Daron. I'm also hearing dancer and dasher. I think I said Denise, but Denise, that name's coming up. The name Danita is coming up. I'm also hearing Danica. I'm hearing Drew, Drew, or Druid, Druid, Druid. That's what I'm hearing. So take those nudges as it resonates for you. Yeah, somebody recorded somebody as blackmail because they don't want to get caught in this, because they realize just how deep it's getting. They didn't expect or they didn't anticipate for things to get like this messy. Pathway is closed. Just sit back and watch. All right, hold on. I heard to use my petty deck. All right, let's see. Tell me more about the pathway being closed. Yep, untrustworthy. Somebody has evidence, or they hid evidence, or they recorded another person within the group here because they want to make sure that if, like I said, if anything goes awry, if they have to separate, look, plotting, I promise you. Yep. If they have to separate, they'll be able to plot. Then we have Leo. Could be a sneaky Leo, however it resonates. Maybe a Leo has done this. Maybe a Leo has blackmailed someone within the group. Maybe someone blackmailed a Leo within the group. But someone is emotionally exhausted. It could be a low vibrational feminine Leo energy here that's unemployed. So they may have lost their job. They may have lost their job, and they could be using that for extortion as well too. So we have transition, dark energy, confused, and unloyal. So this person is confused. This low vibrational feminine Leo energy here is confused as to how the energy shifted onto them. They're confused how people are seeing them as the unloyal one. They're confused by that. They can't quite comprehend, or they can't understand how the tables turn on them. But it's not only a matter how they turn on them, it's just also why did the tables turn. So they're struggling with that. Like they're literally mentally struggling with that they're caught and everyone sees them. Someone's name is Trey, Trey, Trey. I'm hearing the name Tata or Tanita. I'm also hearing the name Tabitha. Look, Gamble. They gambled and they lost. Yeah, they gambled and they lost. Or someone has a tabby cat, or orange cat. Yeah, and they are in they're in a lot of legal matters. Someone's name is Simone or Simeon. I'm also here in Gullah Gullah Island. You could be from that area. I believe it's South Carolina, Geechee Island, or yeah, I think it's called Geechee Island, I believe. So to be honest, when I say this is going to backfire on this person, here's how. Yes, they recorded another person within a group, right? But that's going to backfire in such a harsh way, because the recording or the information that they recorded, it still incriminates them directly, not indirectly, directly. It's going to backfire in this person's face in regards to who recorded. So, like I said, they record them because they want to blackmail them to ensure if something goes wrong or right, they will have an out, but it's still going to incriminate them. Oh my goodness, man. Come on, Spirit, talk to me. Abusive. Yeah, they could have been, maybe they're, I don't know, abusive. This Leo could be abusive towards other people, and they're in stuck energy. Yeah, this Leo is very controlling, however it resonates. And they have anger issues. So it's a woman that's a Leo, a low vibrational Leo that is really too good to be true. They're not who they say they are, and they have a lot of anger issues. They may hit on men, like physically hit on men. Yeah, this woman has a lot of anger issues. Yeah. This really feels like the continuation from this morning's live here is like this person's trying to set them up based on someone snitching. So a sibling here. So this is actually a continuation. A sibling here is trying to get this toxic ex set up here because his toxic ex they want to confess. And I feel like this toxic sibling here may have recorded this toxic ex and tried to, or is going to railroad this ex in this way. If this is a Leo or a feminine Leo, take it how it resonates. Because they don't want this ex-lover to speak up in regards to what they've done to you. So this type of man, this particular man, not all men, okay, stick with me. This particular man I'm speaking about in this read here, they're very soft, very simpy. And when I say simpy, they don't have a backbone. They let people walk all over them. But when it came to you, it was a different story. So you have fake emperor here. So when it came to you, they had all the time, the energy. They may even try to size you up. But when it came to this sibling here, they wouldn't have done that. I don't know why. They weren't aggressive with this sibling. So you had an ex that was dealing with a sibling of yours, for whoever resonates with this story, okay? Oh, okay. And this person thought, so this ex-lover of yours thought that by being with the sibling here, it was going to get you. You were supposed to fight over this person, but it didn't happen in that way because you are hard at work for self. Like you don't care what's going on. So it's like this ex here try to kind of push drama into your face, and then this ex too that you weren't connected with the sibling too, or you didn't have a connection with this sibling. Yeah, look, friend of me. This sibling was like a frenemy of yours. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, this is a collective read. Once again, it's not a private read. It's a collective read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay. Yeah. Anywho, we got secret lover here. So your ex wanted you to fight over them with your sibling or family member. This is nasty. It's uncouth. I don't. People are weird. Oh goodness. There's like domestic violence, so maybe you're aware, maybe you're not aware, but I feel like this sibling and this ex is together, and this ex is like being abused by this sibling. But that's something they don't speak about. They keep that very quiet. They concluded, or they can conclude it to this person maybe having some form of a mental instability, this sibling here. However it resonates, the sibling could be pregnant right now. However it resonates. Bisexual is also here as well too. So this sibling may go both ways. Again, take that how that resonates. But this sibling always like to be in competition with you. They didn't want you to be joyful, or they didn't want you to be happy. So they will any opportunity or chance that they would receive when it came to you, they would take the opportunity to kind of steal the joy away from you. But they felt like the way that they can steal the joy away from you is if they were in competition with you. But remember, a competition takes two people. It doesn't work for just one person. So you weren't even aware that you were in competition with this person. So hold on. There you go. So let me see what we got here. So we have sibling. So all these different mental instability is coming out. There's a lot of different mental instabilities that are coming out surrounding the sibling, as I mentioned. So this is a sibling here. Money is coming is in reverse. The money that they thought they were receiving was through the tape or the recording that they did with financial failure. Yeah. Because the sibling lost their job or they're unemployed. Yep. That's what they're hiding. Oh, goodness gracious. That's only at 20 minutes? Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, it was lovers. I'm telling you, secret lover. Yep. Mm-hmm. This it's gross. It's nasty. It's too close to home. It's immature. It's childish. Like all of this is just immature and childish. Like it really is. It don't matter who it is, but to want to fight over another person and that person feels good about you fighting over them, but they're nothing but a bum. No, that just no. Like you don't get no cool points for that. That's not a flex. It's not. Look, the tower. That's not a flex. It's just not. Like, serious question. Why do people use sex as a form of leverage, or more so to hurt others? Like, from your point of view, why do you feel that? Because that's what this is. That's all it is. That's all they have is sex. That's it. And some people think that their sex is like the most amazing thing ever, and they utilize it in their way to get what they want. But I just like, think about this. This is just a general statement or a scenario. Somebody cheating on you, but they're only cheating on you to get back at you. Let's say, for instance, maybe you work a lot, or maybe, times are changing where you kind of more so being by yourself, or whatever the case may be. Maybe the spouse or your mate feels like you're not paying them enough attention, right? This is just an example. They think by cheating on you, by sleeping with another person, it's supposed to hurt you, but they think sexually. And me looking at it from a different point of view, but a higher octave of a point of view, it's like, okay, why is that supposed to hurt me? If that makes sense, like, I'm trying to understand. They go out and they put their body at risk, right? They do, not you. They're going out there to put their body at risk. They're kind of looking back at you like a na boo boo. I slept with somebody else in that kind of way. So when they think or assume that you're going to find out, they already have this whole play in your mind, or in their mind, that you're supposed to be acting out or be belligerent or being upset because they did something that put their body at risk. That's what I'm trying to understand. Where's the correlation between the emotions or the connection for that? So how is it that you decide, karmic, to go sleep with somebody else, generally speaking, of course, put their body at risk, do God knows what they do, and then want to look at you and try to make you feel less than? How? No, I'm so serious. How? What am I fighting for? What am I fighting for? I'm fighting for you risking your body elsewhere. That's what I'm fighting for. Let's break that down. Because that's what you're literally fighting for. You're fighting for someone went out there to risk themselves in many different ways, and for you to fight for that, to bring that back home, for you to risk yourself based on the activities that they're doing outside. Make it make sense. That would hurt their feelings, child. Like, if you broke that down like that, that's the truth, though. That's the raw truth. That right there is what people can't handle. Imagine you saying that just like that, how I broke it down for you, but you're able to repeat it to that person, just generally speaking, in regards to knowing what they have done. Man, that would set a fire to their chests. They wouldn't be able to handle that. But when you think about it and when you break it down, you're like, that's really why you're doing this? Like, okay, where am I supposed to be upset or mad about? So then it breaks down their power or the control they never had. Remember, they need you to validate how you see them. They need you to see them in this strong way or this intelligent way or whatever, however, child. They just want you to hang on to their every word and their every whatever. That's where their low power and control comes from, because the more that you kind of like agree or validate how they want you to perceive them, the more they feel like they're in control or in power over you. And somebody mentioned before, that's Jedi mind tricks, and that's exactly what it is. It's a mind F of a game. They trying to play with your mind, a mental game. And that, again, I'm spinning it many different ways, but that's exactly what they're doing. All they have are head games, literally, figuratively. I'm serious. All they have are head games, mental games, psychological games that they want to play with you. and they think it's funny. But when you break them down to merely nothing and you see the reason why they do it, it's like, why are we even here? What are we arguing about? What are we fighting for? Because I'll be damned if I'm going to fight for someone that's going out there hurting or harming themselves, risking themselves because they're not getting enough attention from me. If that makes sense, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm just saying, that don't make sense to me. Or like trying to make you jealous by going with another person or being with another person. Why would that make me jealous? What do they have that I don't have? And even if I don't have what they don't have, or they have what I don't have, why would that make me jealous? Again, mental game, head game. What am I supposed to be jealous of? And I'm sincerely asking, what? Okay, you left, you went with somebody else, you got a new friend, you got a whatever, and you throwing it in the collector's face. What kind of response are you trying to look for? You see, when you break it down and you're like, well, why are you doing that again? But that doesn't make sense. They don't, here's the kicker here. When you're able to break things down and elaborate in that way, you realize that they're not hurting you, they're truly hurting themselves. They're the one that's going out to make themselves look like a clown. They're the one that's out there putting themselves out there just for you to see what they're trying to do towards you. Yo, that's pure clownery. That's pure clownery. They look like a fool because that's what they are. They literally show you who they are by the type of things that they're doing. Do a lot of foolish things. Talking behind your back is a foolish thing. Gossiping behind your back is a foolish thing. Doing all the things that they have done towards you was nothing but foolishness. That's all it was. I'm trying to understand this, or more so trying to understand them. And when you realize that they can't hurt you, then you're just like, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna be afraid of them. You ain't gonna be scared of them. You're not even gonna care because you realize how the blueprint. They always giving you the blueprint, man, as to who they are, how they do their thing. They always giving it to you for free because they can't just stay away from you. They're hurting themselves to hurt you. They're hurting themselves to try to get to hurt you. So basically, they're putting themselves on the line. They're putting their life on their line. They're putting their time on the line. They're putting their energy on their line just to spite you. So who's going to lose what? Or who's losing what? One's losing, one's gaining. But these individuals call us unintelligent. They say we don't know what we're talking about. I just broke it down, and just to speak it in that way, in the way that they perceive it, it's very incoherent. It's gibberish or whatever. It don't make sense. They don't make sense. And I think that's much more irritating to me because they don't make sense. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? They're hurting themselves trying or attempting to hurt you. And every time that they fail in attempting to hurt you, they blame you for the reason why they feel hurt. But they not realizing they're hurting themselves by putting all of themselves on the line trying to hurt you. You ain't gonna get hurt because you ain't dealing with it. You ain't dealing with them. And that hurts them, literally and figuratively. That hurts them. So now they're trying to get you to be where they are in that hurt space, but it doesn't resonate for you. That doesn't resonate. Been there, done that. So they're trying to create towers. They're addicted. They're so addicted to you. They're addicted to trying to derail whatever it is that you're trying to create for self. And then while they keep doing it, they feel defeated. They keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over, like a broken record, over and over and over and over. You're like, God damn it, when you gonna stop this mess? They are literally in a loop of chaos that they can't even get out of. And every time they keep looping over and over, it gets faster. It propels faster. Why? Because that's what they're putting all their energy into. Chaos. And they just keep churning and churning and churning and churning and churning until it just completely combusts and break apart. That's the last stage or state that they're currently in. Look, the tower, the self-sabotage state. That's where they are. That's where they are. They have to one person within the group recorded another person within the group, and they feel that they have the upper hand by trying to is basically emotionally manipulate this person into doing something so that way they don't get caught up in regards to what they have done to you. They don't even have their emotions in check. They don't even have self in check. So if they don't even have those things in check, what are they, what are, man. And when you break it down that way, it's like, why are you even fighting this? For what reason? You're fighting against someone that's fighting against themselves. That's what you're doing. Or that's what they want you to do. They want you to fight against them while they're fighting against themselves. Huh? What? So you're going to have 3 cards here. This is them. This is, oh no, 2 cards. No, this is 3 cards. That's right. This is them. This is, we'll say their darker self. And then this is you. They're fighting against themselves. And they want you to also fight against them. So it's like all this pressure is on them here. They're not realizing that. With all this pressure, sometimes pressure make diamonds. So they say. But you have to start as a coal first. And I ain't gonna, you catch my drift for that. But they couldn't handle the pressure, is basically what I'm trying to say. They could not handle the pressure because a little bit of pressure that they did receive, they're already folding. They can't even hold it. They can't even hold, or they can't even tolerate themselves. That's a real thing. There are some people out there that cannot tolerate themselves. And they can't. They can't even stand to look in the mirror of self. So what exactly are they fighting? Are they really fighting you, or are they fighting themselves? See, they think that they have the manual in regards to how to maintain or control you, and no one do. I'll put it in this way. Because you're a person that thinks outside the box, because you're a person that has a very unlimited way of thinking, you're always looking for new ways of thinking, innovative, whatever, however, right? You're always growing. So because you're growing, the manual of your life is always, it can update every second, every minute, every hour. shoot, every day, every other day, every week, whatever, however you're doing your healing work is how often the manual of your life is going to update. It's like from Windows 98 to Windows 2000, then Windows 2000 to Windows 2001, etc., etc. You're always going to elevate if you do your work, of course. So they don't really know you because you're constantly elevating with that, if that makes sense. Them, on the other hand, they're stuck in a very old, outdated, rundown, crappy thing. And they're stuck. What happens when you become stuck in something for a very long time? Eventually, you're going to get very tired of being stuck. And yes, they're tired of being stuck, but tired of being stuck with no foundation. They never had a foundation to fall back on. They're going to really have to start from ground zero. And they don't know how to do that because they never started from ground zero. They always were able to hitch a ride or to hitch on a host, meaning you, to take from other people so they don't have to do anything for self. They knew what they were doing. Okay? They really destroyed themselves. They did. They really did. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? I just want one card. Just one card. Yep, seven of cups. So, man, because you're constantly upgrading the manual of your life, you are also being rewarded with new opportunities and new opportunities, new promotions, new doors are opening, new things, new great things to continue to elevate the manual of your life. That makes sense? So they won't be able to ever read you, or they don't know how to read you, because with that update also comes intelligence. That makes sense? So the more you study going upward or elevating here, you're going to get more intelligent as well too. It's going to expand your mind, or your mind is going to expand the more you do your healing. It's going to make sense when you do it. But you got to be in it to understand. Meaning yourself, being in within yourself, if that makes sense. they're going to they're self-sabotaging right in front of your eyes, like for real. Yes, okay, thank you. Jalen says on TikTok, it's like an iPhone update. Yep, exactly. And they have the same old worn out manual from 20 years, 30, 40 years. And you're like, dang, this thing all old and dusty. Like, where the new information in? Where the new updated instruction? Oh, we ain't got nothing. And the thing all old and rickety and falling apart, meaning them. They refuse to update. They refuse to enhance themselves. They want to stay in that same, whatever, paradigm. Okay. So we have 10 of Swords. They're going to hit rock bottom. But they won't be able to get up. That's the only thing. Well, that's the difference between you and them. You hit rock bottom, but rock bottom didn't hit you. You were down there, you were, but you got right back up. They down there, they're like, okay, knock it off. It's not funny anymore. Okay. Can you help me out now? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Like that's them. Can you help me in that kind of way? Change these broken wings so you can fly until the end of time. That's Tupac. But no, for real, change. They don't have the courage to change. And they're not honest because they can't change. If you're not honest, you won't change. Huh? If you're not honest, you won't change. Or you can't change. You need to be honest so that way you can accept it for what it is, which is that change of whatever it is. And now you're going to be able, now you are aware, more aware, you have more insight, you have more intel. Now you can move forward. They don't want to. That's okay. So they use little Jedi mind tricks and games, mental games. That's all they do is play mental games with you. That's all they do. They want you to figure it out. Okay, no problem. Well, we figured it out. What's next? Call them on exactly what they're doing. I'm telling you, their chest will burn them to no end. But that needs to happen. Because how else they going to learn? I know what you're doing. Oh, so you went and you slept with another person and that's supposed to hurt me? How does that hurt me? Like if you talk to them and they kind of way, they're going to be like, what? They will self-destruct. That harsh truth is something else. It's so bitter. And you don't even have to yell, scream, or anything. You just talking just regular, just chill. Regular degular. How does that hurt me? What do you mean, how does that hurt you? The same way, how does that hurt me? They wouldn't even know how to answer that question. Guaranteed. They wouldn't know how to answer it. Because they don't know who they are. So why are you fighting? And I'm not saying you, just generally speaking. Why are you fighting with someone that don't know who they are? They need your confirmation or your validation to validate that you see them how they want you to see them. Why do they need you to get to why do they need you to see them in the way that they want you to perceive them? That's not real. That's not real. That's fake. That's false. It's phony. It's not real. It's an illusion. It's not real. You want me to perceive you in that way? You don't want to show me your natural, authentic self. Maybe that is their natural, authentic self. To not be real. But they can't accept the fact that they're not real, despite that being their authentic self. A person don't like someone that's smart. I'm just being honest. They don't. Because the first thing they like to do is attack the intelligence or the mind of the person. Oh, you think you know everything. You think you this. No, but I know what you're doing. And I have every right to speak up in regards to what you're trying to do towards me, especially if all you have are your voice or your words. And most of y'all, a majority of that, only had that at the time, were your words and your voice. So you had to learn how to use that, utilize what you had or have at the time to get your peace. And to get your peace is to speak the truth. And that's what you did. Did they understand it? Yeah, they understand it. Did they like it? They didn't like it. But who gives a flying F? Who cares? Who cares? You have to speak the truth to get to peace. Yeah. You spoke the truth. How does that make you feel? Seriously. Dang, I feel peaceful. Dang, man. I feel like $1,000,000. Man, I don't have that heaviness weight on my shoulder anymore. That's a real thing. They're just a waste of time. I'm being so for real. They're a waste of time. They're hurting themselves to hurt you. And then at the end of it, they don't even hurt you. They hurt themselves. Hurt themselves to the point that they literally destroy themselves. They look like a fool. They look like a clown. This is laughable. This is very laughable. And they regret it. Thank you. And they regret it. Guilty. Guilt make you what now? Guilt make you tilt. Guilt make you tilt. And the guilt is making them tilt to the point where they have to record another person within the group just to feel superior over this people in the group. They don't even trust themselves against one another. That's crazy. They're trying to get you to not trust yourself, but they have people in the group that's coming up against them that they can't even trust. Just backwards. Hold on. What's this? Splintig? What? Enrage. Oh, you're a rage bait. Okay, let me get you out of here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got it. All right. I'm not entertaining rage bait content. Anywho. So, denial. They're in denial of what they're going through. We have death here. What a way to end this. I honestly feel like their purpose was to self-sabotage themselves. That was their purpose. And they succeeded at that. They did. The only person that they can blame here, truly, indeed, is them. They can't blame you for destroying themselves. They even got other people on board to help destroy themselves. Don't let that go over your head. Let me say that again. They even got other people to come up against you to destroy themselves. What a moron. Idiot. Unintelligent. Man, they literally knocked themselves out. Hey, Elizabeth. Oh, man. We have gratitude in reverse. There's no gratitude. They don't even know how to show gratitude. They don't even know what gratitude is. It's like a slow, agonizing torture of themselves. And you're just watching them you're just watching them just decay, like being swallowed into the dark. That's what it feels like. That's like what they're slipping in vision. You're going to see it play out. And there's like they're slipping into like a darkness here. Take that out, that resonates. Yeah, their health is not well. Someone's name is Rebecca or Becca or Becky. Rebecca, Becca, or Becky. Someone's name is Bryson. I'm also hearing bison meat. Not only you seeing, everyone else is seeing. I'm going to stop right there. All right, we have Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Leo was here too, Scorpio, Gemini, Leo. Remember this, they're not hurting you. They're not. Despite their yelling and projecting onto you and screaming at you and telling you, you ain't gonna be this and you ain't gonna be that and you ain't rah and yah, blah, blah, blah. That's womp, womp, womp at this point to me. It's like womp, 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 okay? So that's how they're coming towards you, womp, 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 womp. And they want you to feel how they feel. And they're going to use all of their lower things or tools to get you to feel like them. That could be with sex. They go out and they sleep with another person. And they think that once you find out, or if they put you in a position where they find out, or when you find out that you're supposed to be up in arms, or wow, how could you do this to me? And I can't believe, like, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a form of power or control from the outbursts of the emotions that they're trying to get you to exhibit. So again, the moment that you're able to break it down and you literally call them out, call them out. So again, you slept with another person. You put your body at risk out there by sleeping with another person. They're going to look at you like, wait, what? Whoa, this is not about me. It's about you. In that kind of way, they're going to try to push or gaslight, but they can't. They're going to be stuttering Stanley or stuttering Sarah. They ain't going to know how to take that truth. That's what they're trying to hide from you, which is very odd. They're out there doing their thing. They're trying to hide it, but not hide it. Again, mind games. Who has time for that? Who has time for that? A person with no life, no energy, no time, they have time for that. You don't. You got stuff to do. So that was my message to you guys, okay? Hope you guys have a great night wherever you are in the world. Love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. For some reason, Instagram, the other two videos have not uploaded. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to stress about it. So if you would like to rewatch the video, then you'll have to come to YouTube, okay? Because it's still trying to upload since this morning and this afternoon, because I went live twice earlier. So if you don't see it, it's not me. It's an Instagram thing or a glitch or whatever, and I ain't stressing about it, y'all, okay? You can watch it at your own leisure on YouTube as well, okay? So that's why I go on 3 channels, just in case one channel want to act a little, little wonky, little funky. Well, now I got another channel, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so check that out, all right? Love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you later. Thank you. See you later. Thank you.